Hi and welcome to my playhouse. Today I'm out in the field and we're gonna be visiting a 3D college in a nearby city from where I have my playhouse. And I've kind of invited myself to this place. I met I think he's the headmaster, Dumbledore. Well, almost. Alex. All headmasters are called Dumbledores nowadays, aren't they? So I'm gonna go in and see if I can find Alex somewhere in this 3D college, and we're gonna find out what a 3D college is. Okay, I'm told that Alex is in this door, so not much of a sign. So yeah, that's him. I know him. I've met him before. So hello.
Hello. My name is Alex. Welcome.
Alex has been so nice that he's gonna be explaining to me what this 3D college is all about. So take it away.
Thanks very much, and thanks for coming. I'm the manager of 3D College here in Grenå in Denmark, and I'm proud to welcome you on to this 3D College that is basically a big assembly of many talented 3D students that work with visualizations, with game art, with motion graphics and visual effects into movies and visual renders, and yeah.
So people come from all over the country, this country, Denmark mostly.
They do.
And they stay at your school here?
Yeah, we built a big campus where there's about 500 students in all from all over Denmark, and basically not all of them are here at 3D College, but about 150 of them are. Well, they study 3D arts, and we have a big sort of network up to the environment in Denmark where they do visualizations, architectural bureaus and design companies, and gaming companies and stuff like that.
So is this the only place in Denmark where this happens, or are there more places?
Well, we are not the only place, but concerning these educations, we are the only place that you can do this, and we are the sort of the biggest department doing that in Denmark.
So this little city of Grenå, that's a smaller city. You've kind of taken this part of the industry and this is mine, this is ours.
Certainly.
Or you're trying to at least.
We have many companies that call us and want to associate with us because they know that the students from here are pretty talented and very good. Of course, when we talk about Grenå, there's a profile on Grenå that is gaming-wise.
Yeah.
So
there's a gaming college as well. Yeah. If you want to become a gamer, developer, that's here as well. So
it is cool. And when we go from these vocational education area where they sort of do their skills here and then they go into different companies around Denmark, then there are different educations here as well. So if you want to study or develop games, you can go to the gaming college. And then you can go further on to an education that we sort of built here in Denmark.
Definitely new. When I was at school and wanted to find out what I wanted to be in life, there was no such thing as a gaming gymnasium.
Yeah, it's equivalent of high school.
High school, gaming high school. So instead of, we had like sports high school when I was in that age. Now you can be a gaming developer instead of playing football.
Exactly.
So
that's the thought, and we have several companies here in Grenå that have made very well-known games, and when they go on from these educations that we have built here in Grenå, they can go into our incubation area where they can make their own companies and make their own gaming companies. Well, basically all the students we have out here on these education here and on the high school level game college, they come primarily from primary school. So they can go directly from primary school to these educations.
To high school,
to the it's an academic professional program. It's called it's akademiuddannelse, a Danish word.
Okay,
but
it's kind of university.
Yeah, it's before. It's a bit lower than university. It's between university and the other education.
And then afterwards, there's even a program for becoming a
your
self-employed
game developer.
Gamer.
Yeah, exactly. And that is unique. So in Denmark we have it's a very big project that we are the founders of, and we've got European Union money on it as well. But still, it's a case of developing a sort of a region like this.
I have like viewers from all over the world. How does this work in Denmark? How much does it cost to become a gaming developer here in Denmark?
Basically, all the educations here in Denmark are state financed, so
free,
you can.
Right?
It's free. It is actually. Yeah.
And the students even get money to go here.
Yeah. So they can focus on their education.
Yeah.
That is mainly the cause of that.
There's a price to go on this college, right? You don't pay for the education itself.
Exactly.
But to live and eat and stuff.
Yeah. We have this big campus, and before we started out here in Grenå, there was no campus. There were no colleges. So it's an individual institution that we sort of built up on our own. And housing.
I was at your
500.
web page, and you even go to student trips to other countries.
Yeah. We send our students to different parts of the world, to Berlin in Germany, and they go to game companies and study for a week down there. Yeah. They go to Holland, to the Netherlands, it's cool as well, and then they go to London to visit different companies over there, and then we have 4 weeks education in Seattle. Yeah, where they both game college and the students from here at the 3D college go to Seattle for 4 weeks. Okay. They visit Valve and Microsoft and all the other big gaming companies in Seattle.
Can we go see the place?
The game college or the rest of this?
The 3D college here.
Of course.
Right outside the door of Alex's office is the food. That's very nice of him. That's. Now I see why this office is so good. So here's the outside. Does the student live here?
They live and they get educated here. Yeah. So they study in the base floor, and then they live on the top floor and in other buildings just around here. So like 7 years ago, there was nothing here. Nothing was here. So we built all these campus apartments to get our students good accommodation and.
What do students do here after hours when there is no education? Do they continue making games and 3D models and?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Okay.
Most of them do, and then they set up fitness rooms that they can use.
Did you just say fitness room for IT people?
Yeah, I know, it sounds different.
That was a waste of money, wasn't it?
No, actually, more and more they use that. More and more.
This building is. Take it away.
Okay, thanks. This is the building where our students that study web development and web programming and web design sit, and they're right in here.
This seems to be a very nice place indeed. Table football. Low room 14D. Okay, it's too dark for the second camera. And we're gonna meet. So we are gonna be meeting Stefan,
yeah.
Who is one of the teachers, and he's teach 3D graphics.
Yeah, and visual effects.
And he knows all about the hardware that they have here. So I'm meeting Stefan.
Yeah.
To see the hardware. So let's go see him. So this is what it looks like, and this is supposed to be Stefan. How do you do?
Hi, Stephen.
You're gonna be showing me some hardware.
Definitely.
Definitely. And what are you doing here?
Well, I tried to teach, and from the looks of it, it's going pretty good. But hey, it's not my work. This is this guy's work.
It's a bedroom, right?
No, it's a living room. It's supposed to. I took it out of this catalog, and this is the original. The original pieces. I'm trying to replicate a living room. Yeah.
Cool.
And we just got new software to work with called V-Ray Next, and it's kind of different compared to what we used to work with before. So that's what we're trying to focus on with new lighting and adaptive lighting compared to.
How long does it take to make a room like that?
This is taking me 5 days.
5 days?
Yeah.
Okay.
5 days to a week.
So you can't really trust what's in the catalogs. It can all be just fake.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly. Everything can be faked when it comes to catalogs, websites that represent apartments. You especially use it in when you start on new buildings. Like if you take Aarhus, we have the set houses down by the harbour. Most of those are 3D made from the beginning, in order to represent what they should look like and to estimate a price and to intrigue customers into buying apartments. So then you do it in 3D. And
where do you render those?
I render these with V-Ray. So we have a server license here on the school we all use. And when you've got this is a rough render. This is just testing. But when we have to do a larger render, we couple up to the.
And this is done on the servers on the school.
Servers of the school, yes.
Cool.
Right now it's a local render, a local CPU render we're doing. We can use the render farm, which I definitely think we should take a look at.
We are meeting Simon here, and he is making things for a game.
Yeah. So I made a bunch of low poly models and hand painted some textures, and now I'm trying it out in real time rendering. I'm using Unity for that, so I just exported all my materials and models and set it all up. Made a day and night cycle and tried looking at it. So
it does look like a real game. So
yeah,
but it's only a scene from a game.
So far it's only gonna be a scene. Yes.
Okay.
This
but
is mostly.
You have bigger thoughts in.
Yeah, I have bigger thoughts in mind.
Plans.
But for now, this is only for portfolio.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Det er godt, de går sådan rimelig meget overhead light, og det ved jeg ikke helt, hvordan kommer til at se ud i sådan en living room.
Dem her, er det sådan en type, der kan dæmpes?
So the education is happening in Danish here, but as most programs are really English programs, we don't change the language. We always just use the programs in English. Also, if there is some kind of a error message or something, there is much better results in searching on Google for an error in English than there is in Danish. So much of the work here is really done in English. Okay, and Stefan is going to show us the server room now. I would expect a big server room for a school of this size.
Yeah, let's have a look.
That might not be true.
At Morten's mighty server room. Huge, huh?
Oh, and you have aircon in here, okay?
Yep. You ready?
Yeah, ready.
Hugeness.
And the servers are. they're there.
This is done by professionals, you can see.
Yeah, that's actually does.
Awesome.
I have a lot of ninjas on my channel that really like this cable management, and I'm embarrassed to show my data center because it doesn't look like that. But you use these super micro servers.
We do. I got my largest wish fulfilled, and I got these super micro. These are the super micro cabinets as well as motherboards. So my biggest dream came true, and I really like it. I mean, it's professional all the way. Our one slot render farms, render blades as we call them, and as you can see, 2 of them are offline as we speak. Unfortunately, that's a little adventure for you guys if you can help us solve.
Yeah, you have some kind of a problem with the servers you wanted to address and ask for help, right?
Yeah, they're 1 year old, these new babies, and we have 2 offline already. So Morten, you're gonna post some screenshots for your guys to have a look at if they can solve it, because we're in the middle of solving it. But
yeah, I do know that I have a lot of people that are also into this super micro servers. I must admit, these are probably the first super micro servers I have ever seen.
We are fond of them.
Okay,
very fond.
Let's go see the ones that you have on the table.
What about some noise?
Some noise?
Lovely sound of noise.
So you have them off?
Yep, they're off whenever we need them. We turn them on because of electrical bills, you know.
I've heard of it. Okay, so here are the 2 super micro servers that has come out of production, and they have some kind of a problem. You have the top one open, right?
I do. prepared from home.
So it's a 1U server with more or less a regular PC motherboard in there.
Definitely, except remember Super Micro.
Super micro motherboard.
Yeah.
Sorry. So how are these spec'd?
These are Core i7s, and I'm very happy about that because we use the CPU for rendering as of now, not as much the GPU. To be honest, not at all.
Missing in action.
Yeah, we use the CPU for rendering, and we, of course, when we're doing 3D graphics, we use a lot of RAM as well. So we have, not a lot, but we have 32 gigs installed. Not the fastest RAM, because this is all on a budget, of course. So basically, this is a very, very simple system, but maybe you guys have already noted this. This is a good old HDD. No SSD here.
It's not even an SSD, okay?
No. So the startup time is
considerable.
It is.
Okay. Where do you store your data? You don't store your data on the hard drive here, right? Do you have a storage unit as well?
We do have a NAS server connected at 12 or 15 terabytes, I forgot, but 12 or 15. And that is located somewhere else.
Okay, Stefan is mounting this server. He wants to show me the error that it comes with when he powers it on. So, and you said that this was when it started up Windows?
Yep. It's before. It's well, that's up to you guys to figure out because it's somewhere in the boot sequence, I guess, at the last part. I do get this very annoying screen which doesn't say me that much, and the supporters, 2 guys actually, doesn't really know what is going on either, so they're going to be sent in for some kind of repair soon, I guess. And they're guessing the hard disks as well.
It comes with a splash screen.
Wouldn't it be nice if it just booted now?
Yeah, what is it doing anyway?
It's posting, I guess. I guess it's called posting. These server guys are always so extremely slow to start up. Here we go. So I have 3 seconds to do something, and then this thing. I kind of concluded the hard disk thing as an error because it says hard disk, of course, and something with SATA. But if a keyboard is connected, I can type into the shell, it seems, but nothing really does anything.
Yeah. Mystery! Boo! Okay.
Love it.
So do you have these servers running most of the time, or when do you turn them on? They were off when we came here.
So yeah, the exact opposite. They're off most of the time. So if any student needs it for a project or maybe a final exam, we turn them on and we can manage them so the correct user gets the access for the system. So also on the side note, we do have them off because of the electrical bill, and so after 1 hour it turns off by itself.
So it's not as if you have one on all the time. You actually turn off all of them.
Yeah.
Okay. You said that there was a security issue came out.
Yeah, we have to talk about it, huh? Today, 11th of June, of course, I saw on the Danish IT sites that Supermicro had some sort of firmware problem and some sort of malware burning itself in. Of course, these are the exact motherboards that are affected. So we have to look into that when the day is over, I guess.
Did it say anything? Is it a firmware fix or?
To be honest, I read it during my lunch break, and this guy was showing up.
Very dedicated worker.
So I'm not sure yet. That's why we really have to look into it.
There's a lot of switches for 10 servers. Is that out to all of the campus?
It is.
And you use HP switches?
Apparently, that's not my area
not your department.
of interest. I was about to say, but it's. I mean, look at it. How can you not be
blown away?
Yeah, so we have some fiber connections going from the different areas in town because we have a lot of buildings.
Thank you for showing the equipment.
Definitely.
Okay, I caught up with Alex again, and Alex, he has a couple of students that has something that he thought might be very interesting. So I have met with Bjarke here. How do you do?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
Bjarke is working on this creature here.
Yeah, I'm working on animating the creature right now using a rigging setup that I created, which basically makes me able to move it in any sort of way that I want to do. So right now I'm trying to animate my creature to do my basic movements and the basic timings that I want to do. So right now I'm just making sure that it feels right in this early stage by just taking these controllers that are created and just moving around, making them fit.
Okay.
And that's basically what I'm trying to do.
Is there like environment in here, like gravity and wind blowing, or?
Not right now. I'm going to add that later, where we're going to add some grass, etc. That's going to be blowing in the wind.
That's a very not very well equipped creature you have there around.
No. Yeah, he's very short. Let's say it like that.
This is not the final product, I'm sure.
Not yet.
What can this be used for? This creature, or?
This creature can be used for VFX work, like in movies, etc. If you want to add it to a certain scene where a character is running away from a monster, etc., I'm just adding in these different details in post-production, so it looks like it's always been there. So this is a game character that I created, which is designed to run real-time with the computer, using as little power necessary to run as smooth as possible for any kind of setup that you might have. Hardware messy. So,
but it's supposed to look like a real person, this one?
It is supposed to look like a realistic character, yeah. Which is going to look like this when it's going into the game graphics wise.
I can tell you that the camera is recognizing it as a real person. It wanna face track it.
So that's a
compliment.
That's a compliment that it looks realistic enough for it to catch all these details and features. So for this character, I created the basic rig setup again and animated it, but tried to keep it as low as possible for the computer to run it.
Yeah.
So basically what it does is that I've created all these different parts here, which is being moved whenever I do something. So let's take, for example, jaw here. You can see all these different features I'm moving around using as little control as possible.
Yeah.
So any animator can just grab it and it's going to be easy for them, and we're going to export it into the game engine, and it's going to be able to run on any.
So if you want to use this character, you can have him speak and
exactly.
move his eyes and sneeze or whatever.
And sneeze and everything.
Cool.
For example, here we can see the eyes are moving around, creating the different effects. I've got a smile, looking down, having all these different animation and facial features interact with each other to perform the best kind of facial features and animations that we can grab.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, in this corner I'm meeting up with Ronny, who is making something in Unreal. He says, I don't know what that is. Do tell.
Yeah. Basically, it's a landscape that I built up from the bottom here in Unreal Engine. We're taking advantage of the real-time visual looks in Unreal because it looks so good. That we're going to make a real-time animation here with including the wolf I've built and then the entire environment. It's basically built up from a bunch of small assets I have over here. 2 trees, a bunch of grass, sticks and stones, and a bunch of flowers. So basically I've built 2 different environments here for testing.
So those few components and you build all of that?
Yeah. It's made with this is all the assets that I've used in the scene, basically. And so
just duplicated it?
Yeah, and tweaking it around, rotating and scaling.
Okay, and just to not have too many different objects?
Yeah, basically since it's in a game engine, so we have to optimize a bit. And so all the grass and the leaves use the same texture, so it only calls from one. I can showcase it here somewhere. There it is. I have all the textures for the leaves, the grass, the sticks and the stones included in one texture for optimization. Yeah. So it's gonna run well on your computer when you play it.
Cool.
And that's basically also what you do in the gaming industry when making stuff for games.
They cheat.
They cheat a bit, yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
we're gonna go and see one of these apartments where the students can, well, they live here and then they live in an apartment like this. This looks like weird. Somebody forgot to put on wallpaper here.
It's very modern. That's what it is, modern.
Oh, modern, okay. So it comes with a bathroom and, well, of course there isn't a kitchen because they get all the food in the campus area.
They do, yeah.
Okay, so
They share a kitchen down in the environment down there at campus. But
it's pretty big. How many square meters?
I think 13.
13 square meters? Okay.
If I remember correctly.
Oh, look at that. Whoa, redundant solution and with hot spare. Cool. Okay, Alex, how much of an internet connections do the students have here?
well, they don't use internet out here. Oh, yeah, well, I forgot. Of course, they have 500 and 500 megabits.
So
they
this
can
little
game on.
apartment here or room, it comes with fiber optic internet. Awesome. It looks kind of like this. Bottom floor is education, top floor is the apartments, and well, students make their own personal touches. Those curtains are not very widely available. So over here is the fitness center, and right here is a pool area, and all the students has access to this as well. Not 24/7, but they have access to go be in the pool, and they have water roller coaster in there. I would get into a lot of trouble if I put a camera in there, so we're not gonna do that, but it's in there right behind those window things. So you have you told me about some students that had make a game, and you have this on your whiteboard over here.
Certainly, yeah, that's an old article, but I just recently checked how much they pledged on Kickstarter, and it was $800,000. So they're pretty.
And these are two students that was here.
Yeah, they started out here on 3D College.
Yeah, and apparently are doing very well for themselves.
They are. We do modeling a lot. The students do a lot of modeling, and then we 3D print it.
Okay, so when they have made a 3D model in the computer, they can go out and use the 3D printer to make a
and then
real model.
And this
of
would
it.
be the normal game character,
Cool.
like in a war game.
Thank you very much for showing me around, and you guys got to see some of our education system here in Denmark. If young people want to be something with 3D graphics or computer gaming developers, well, they can come here.
Yeah, pleasure to have you. Have fun.
Thank you. So that was the 3D college here in Grenå, and I kind of invited myself because I met Alex and they had done a short film with a lot of 3D graphics in it, and I thought it would be very interesting to come and see how the students teach all the stuff that they made and put in that short film. So well, that's how we came here. Oh, that's the water park, and over here is the fitness center. I'm not sure you got a really good look at it before, but also this is just, it's more or less in a forest out here, so there's that. So thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so you can see me again doing something completely different next time. Have a nice day. Bye bye.